This week we'll be talking about the chapel veil. Now, many people don't know this, but the chapel veil is actually a sacramental. It's been a tradition in the church for women to wear them since the very beginning. I mean, come on, have you ever seen a statue or a picture of Mary where she's not wearing a veil? Only been rather recently that women have actually stopped wearing the chapel veil, and I'm not entirely sure why this is, but most especially after Vatican II, the veil got kind of a bad reputation because many people forgot why exactly it was that women were wearing the veil. Most people believed that it was some kind of outward reminder that women were inferior to men, or that it's a sign of weakness, or even a way of hiding yourself. Now, this is completely untrue. That's not what the veil was about whatsoever. Surprisingly, people still think this today, but that was never the case for why women were wearing the veil. Now, pre-Vatican II, when men entered the church, they had to remove their hats. The hat is a sign of authority, and by removing the hat when they entered the chapel or the church, men were showing humility and submission to God. Now, when women entered the church, they would put on the chapel veil. The reason they did this was to remind themselves and the men around them that they were something holy, something to be respected. If you'll notice, in the Bible, it speaks about how the Ark of the Covenant was veiled, and at Mass you see how the chalice is veiled. Now, this is an outward reminder that there is something holy here. It is to be respected and treated correctly. It is a sign of humility, and yes, it is a sign of submission, but it's not a sign of submission to the man that's sitting next to you. It's actually a sign of submission to your Creator. It's also a way of saying, I'm here, God, I'm ready to do your will for me. So really, the veil is between you and God. It's a way to show your respect for Him, your submission, and your readiness to do His will for you. So really, the veil is between you and God, not the man next to you. Though, let's be honest here, the guy sitting next to you does get something out of you wearing the veil. He gets a reminder that this is something to be respected. The woman beside me is holy, and she is something that I need to treat with respect and love, because she is a beautiful creature and she's beloved by God, and therefore she should be loved by me. It's also a way for him to figure out what your relationship status is. Surprise! Those of us wearing veils do not all want to be nuns. In fact, a lot of us are stating loud and clear that, hey, we're single and looking for a good man. I mean, have you ever wondered why there's black veils and there's white veils? Well, before Vatican II, most people knew the white veil meant single and the black veil meant taken. Now, here is how you wear the veil. This is a triangle veil, and therefore it's rather easy to put on. You can just try to make sure the corner is centered and just slip it over your head, and voila, your veil is there. You can throw the thing around your shoulder if you want, however you want to do it. Personally, I spend half of Mass trying to keep it up, but that's just because I'm lazy and I can't remember to put a bobby pin in my purse so that I can pin it into my hair. That's just me. What kind of veil you get? It depends on your personality, really. The black veil and the white veil, most people use them interchangeably nowadays, and that's totally fine. I know some people who really hate the white veil because it just washes them out, and I feel. But veils come in all shapes, sizes, colors. There's infinity veils, there's the triangle veils, there's the Spanish mantillas, there's Chantilly lace. It really preference oriented. So, yeah, that's essentially the chapel veil in essence.